Okay, so the first step is to check the controller firmware version. Go to System Resets. And then here, the firmware need to be v6.0 or higher. If not, you need to update the controller first. So before pairing this remote to the ARS-2s, we need to know how to change the mode from auto to cool and to heat. Okay, now we'll leave it to auto first. And the second thing we need to know is the highest temperature it can go is 88, and the lowest it can go. This remote, for example, is 64. Okay. So the next step is we can start pairing. We leave the remote to be on right now. We hit enter here, and then in order to learn off signal, we need to change the remote from on to off. Now it's learned. Okay, now first mode we need to learn is the auto mode. So hit enter to confirm. And then because we just checked that the lowest temperature can go is 64, so we need to raise the temperature to 64 first. And before we're doing the pairing process, let's double check if it's set to the right. So it's in auto mode, it's 64. It will matches the signal here. So let's try to raise it up to 64. And then we can click so it's now set to 64. So that's send our signal. Then we can, because we know it jumps at 2 degrees, so we need to change it to 66. And then with that signal, then 66, learned. And then we raise it up to 68, learned. And then we learn 70, learned. So if your remote, the temperature goes like 1 degree per click, you don't have to adjust this. But if your remote jumps 2 degrees per click, then you need to change this. So now let's learn the 72. And now, for example, you already learned all the signals. We can just click enter to save it. But if you need to learn more signals, you can always learn more and then click enter to save. We will need to learn. And then let's click yes. And the second mode we need to learn is heat. So we need to go here. Remember to block the remotes, to block the emitters. And then we change the mode to heat. Okay. Now next step is to also to change the temperature to the lowest, or to the lowest temperature you want for the heat. For example, you want the lowest for the heat is 68. You do that, and then try to turn it off. Okay, the second step is to match the temperature you just set. And to learn the heat mode, and then the temperature. We want to match the temperature, which is 68. Okay, now if we just turn it on, you'll learn the heat 68, and then we need to match the temperature for the next one, which is 70. Learned. And to raise again, 72. Learned. And then 74, learned. And for example, that's all the temperature you want to learn. We can click enter to save. And then you can go ahead to learn the cool mode again, and which is the same process. So now, for example, you have already unlearned all the signals. You can go ahead and go devices to change the day mode and night mode to the target ones.